Iron loss and yesterday we had discussed iron loss and copper loss. Yesterday we have discussed no load test is conducted for determining. 1 minute. No load test is conducted for determining. For what we will determine by using no load test? Iron loss. Copper loss is determined by conducting which test? Short circuit test. Okay. Yesterday we had determined the losses in the transformer. Iron loss and copper loss in the transformer. Today we will go for the equivalent circuit of transformer. Before going to the equivalent circuit, we had to go for the equivalent resistance, the equivalent impedance in primary winding and equivalent impedance in the secondary winding. So write on the side heading, transformer with resistance and leakage reactance. Write down transformer with resistance and leakage reactance. Draw this diagram. Draw this diagram. Primary winding, secondary winding. In the primary winding, we are having R1 and X1. R1 is resistance of the coil, X1 is the reactance of the coil. Similarly, R2 is the resistance of secondary coil, X2 is the reactance of secondary coil. Draw this diagram. Have you drawn? Okay. I'll draw it on the board. This is the iron piece. This is the iron piece. This is the primary winding.
Sir, it's not visible.
One second. Okay, now it is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, this is the primary winding. On the iron piece, we are winding the primary winding. R1 and X1. R1 and X1 are the resistance and reactance of primary winding. V1 is the supply voltage. Now I am taking the secondary winding here. R2 and X2. R2 and X2 are the resistance and reactance of secondary winding. Now here, E1 is the induced voltage in the primary winding. E2 is the induced voltage in the secondary winding. And V2 is the voltage, and V2 is the voltage in the load. Voltage in the load. Now here I am taking the ideal transformer with equal number of turns. Primary and secondary equal turns I am taking. N1, N2 are equal turns I am taking. Now here, when you apply the voltage, now this is R1, Z1, this is Z1. Let us take Z1. Z1 is equal to R1 plus JX1. Similarly, Z2 is equal to R2 plus JX2. Your impedance in the primary coil is Z1 is equal to R1 plus JX1. Impedance in the secondary coil is Z2 is equal to R2 plus JX2. Okay. Now here I will write the loop equation. So in the direction of current I can take plus and minus. Let us take I1 is the current here. Plus minus. Apply the loop equation. V1 minus I1 into Z1 minus E1 is equal to 0. V1 is equal to E1 plus I1 Z1. Let it be equation 1. Let it be equation 1. I am writing the loop equation. In the direction of current, I will take plus and minus, except for V1. Even for V1, E1 plus minus, that is the winding. In the winding, I am taking plus minus. E1 is not the supply voltage. E1 is the induced voltage in the primary winding. Now come to the second loop equation. Let us take I2 is the current flowing here. Now E2 is the supply voltage for this. E2 is the supply voltage. Supply voltage means it will act as source for the secondary circuit. E2, because there is no supply voltage in the secondary winding. E2 will act as the driving voltage. E2 will act as driving voltage. Okay. Therefore, E2 minus I2 into Z2 minus V2 is equal to 0. Therefore, E2 is equal to V2 plus I2 Z2. Let it be equation 2. Let it be equation 2. Now, any doubt in this? Now here, V1 is greater or E1 is greater?
V1.
V1 is greater than E1. Your E2 greater than V2. When you apply V2, secondary voltage E2, secondary induced voltage, some voltage is dropped. some voltage is dropped across the impedance. When you apply voltage E2, some voltage is dropped across Z2. That is I2 into Z2 is the voltage drop. Here I1 into Z1 is the voltage drop in the primary winding. Voltage drop in the primary winding is I1 Z1. In the secondary winding, voltage drop is I2 Z2. Some voltage is dropped across the winding. That is I2 Z2 in the secondary winding. In the primary winding, voltage drop is I1 into Z1. And E1 is the induced voltage in the primary winding. E2 is the induced voltage in the secondary winding. Okay. Now we'll go for the. Now here, I don't want to represent the secondary winding. I want to convert R2 X2 also in the primary winding only. Now I want only single winding. I don't want two windings. For simplification purpose, instead of two parameters, Z1 and Z2, I want only one parameter, Z1 in terms of sorry, Z2 also in terms of Z1. See how we'll convert that. See here, we know K is equal to E2 by E1 and K is equal to I1 by I2. We know this formula, transformation ratio. K is equal to E2 by E1, K is equal to I1 by I2. Now if you observe here, from this E1 is equal to E2 by K. From this I can write, otherwise 1 minute. E2 is equal to K into E1. No, sorry. E2 by K. Similarly here, I1 is equal to K. See what I am doing. I am representing the secondary voltage E2, secondary current I2 in terms of, I am representing E2 in terms of E1. Okay. Now here I am taking this one as, one second. Okay, let us take okay, observe here. What I am doing is, here I am taking E1 is equal to E2 by K. From the transformation ratio, E1 is equal to E2 by K. And this E2 by K, I am taking it as E2 dash. E2 by K, I am taking it as E2 dash. Similarly, K into I2, I am taking it as I2 dash. K into I2, I am taking it as I2 dash. Now here, I am taking R2 dash. I am taking R2 dash. R2 dash is equal to E2 dash by I2 dash. Now substitute E2 dash, that is equal to E2 by K divided by K into I2. Substitute that. Now we will get E2 by K square I2. See here, I am taking E2 by I2 as R2. Resistance R2 is equal to E2 by I2. See here, E2 by I2, I am taking it as R2. E2 by I2, I am taking it as R2. Therefore, finally, you will get R2 by K square. This is R2 by K square. Up to here, any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. So R2 dash is equal to R2 by K square. Similarly, if you take X2 dash is equal to X2 by K square. Z2 dash is equal to Z2 by K square. In similar lines of R2 dash is equal to R2 by K square. I am taking X2 dash is equal to X2 by K square. Z2 dash is equal to Z2 by K square. Okay, I am taking this. Now, what is the purpose of doing all this thing means? I will tell you here. Now here, I am taking equivalent resistance R01. R01 is equal to R1 plus R2 dash. Now see in the circuit diagram, we are having R1 and R2. R1 is in the primary winding. R2 is in the secondary winding. Now I don't want to represent two windings here. I don't want two resistances. I want to bring this R2 to the primary side. I want to bring this R2 to the primary side. Therefore, I am taking the equivalent resistance of R1 and R2. I am taking the equivalent resistance of R1 and R2. If I am taking the equivalent resistance of R1 and R2, I am converting this R2 in terms of primary winding. How? By taking the transformation ratio. I am converting the secondary winding resistance into primary winding resistance by taking the transformation ratio. Therefore, R01 is equal to R1 plus R2 by K square. So I have converted into single resistance. Similarly, X01 is equal to X1 plus X2 dash. That is equal to X1 plus X2 by K square. Next, Z01 is equal to Z1 plus Z2 dash. That is equal to Z1 plus Z2 by K square. So instead of representing the secondary winding, I am representing the two windings in the primary winding. We are converting the secondary winding also in terms of primary winding. Okay. This is the equivalent resistances R01. Now we are having only primary winding. In the primary winding, both resistances are included. What are the both resistance? R1 and R2. R1 plus R2 by R01 is equal to R1 plus R2 by K square. Similarly, X01 is equal to X1 plus X2 by K square. Z01 is equal to Z1 plus Z2 by K square. Now we will see the equivalent diagram for this. Up to here, have you written?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we will see. Now see in the screen, on the screen, figure number 32.30A. First diagram you see. You see the first diagram. In the secondary winding, we are not representing anything. In the secondary winding, we are not representing R2 and X2. Those two things are brought on the primary side. Draw that equivalent circuit, first diagram. You draw the first diagram. Draw that first diagram. Have you drawn?
Yes, sir.
Now see, in the secondary winding, there is no resistance and reactance. We have converted entire secondary winding into only primary winding parameters. Now, see the second diagram. In the second diagram, they are converting the entire parameters of R1, X1 in terms of only secondary winding. Now we'll see how to convert the primary winding into secondary winding parameters. Now I'm taking here K is equal to E2 by E1. Now E2 is equal to K into E1. K into E1. E2 is equal to K into E1. Now K into E1 is taken as E1 dash. E1 dash. Similarly, take K is equal to I1 by I2. Here you take I2 is equal to I1 by K. This is taken as I1 dash. This is taken as I1 dash. Now let us take R1. R1 dash. R1 dash is equal to E1 dash by I1 dash. E1 dash is K into E1 divided by I1 dash is I1 by K. That is K square into E1 by I1. What is E1 by I1?
R1.
R1. Okay. Let it be. So R1 dash is equal to K square into R1. R1 dash is equal to K square into R1. Similarly, X1 dash is equal to K square into X1. Z1 dash is equal to K square into Z1. Write on this. Now I am converting the primary values into secondary values. I don't want the primary winding now. All the parameters should be in the secondary winding only. I am determining the equivalent of this. Now see here. Now I am taking R02 secondary winding. R02 is equal to R2 plus R1 dash. That is R2 plus K square into R1. R1 dash value is K square into R1. X02 is equal to X2 plus X1 dash. X2 plus K square into X1. Now Z02 is equal to Z2 plus Z1 dash. Z2 plus K square into Z1. Write on this. Any doubt in the equations?
No, sir.
Now see here. Now see the second circuit. Draw the second circuit. Now there is no R1 and X1 in the primary winding. We have converted into secondary winding parameters. We have converted into secondary winding parameters. That is R02, X02, and Z02. So in problems, we can determine the equivalent circuit, either refer to primary or either refer to secondary. Okay. Now take down the problem. Example 32.15. Take down the problem. Have I written the question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we'll see the solution. In the problem, he is asking to determine the equivalent resistance, reactance, and impedance. First, he is asking refer to high voltage. Which one is high voltage?
E1.
Primary side. Primary side is the high voltage side. Secondary side is the low voltage side. Refer to primary high voltage side. First, he is asking to calculate R01, X01, and Z01. These are on the primary side. Refer to high voltage side. R01 is the equivalent resistance. Refer to high voltage side. X01 is high voltage side. Z01 is high voltage side. First, you have to calculate R01, X01, Z01. Later, second bit, he is asking low voltage side. On the low voltage side, he is asking the equivalent values R02, X02, and Z02. First, calculate K value. K is equal to E2 by E1. K is equal to E2 by E1. 120 by 2400. How much you will get K value?
0.04.
0.0. Okay. This is the K value. Once if we know K value, now we know the formulas for R01. What is the formula for R01?
R1 plus R2.
R01 is equal to R1 plus R2 by K square. R01 is equal to R1 plus R2. We know R1 and R2. and k value we can determine r naught. Similarly, x naught 1 is equal to x1 plus x2 by k square. K value x1 x2 z naught 1 is equal to square
Sir,
root of
K value 0.05, sir.
okay 0.05. Once if you know r naught 1 and x naught 1, hypotenuse square is equal to side square plus side square. R naught 1 z naught 1 square is equal to r naught 1 square plus x naught 1 square. We know we have calculated r naught 1 and x naught 1. Calculate the values. First calculate r naught 1. See in your textbook they have given. See on the screen, it is visible. First they are calculating r naught 1. R naught 1 is equal to r1 plus r2 by k square. We know all the values. Substitute the values. Substitute the values. We will get r naught 1, r naught, x naught 1, z naught 1, next r naught 2, x naught 2, z naught 2. Otherwise, you copy the values from the textbook. Later at home, you can verify the answer. Copy the formulas and solution from the textbook. We can verify the answers at your home with your calculator. This type of problem, they'll ask for 5 marks. You have to remember the formulas. Have you written?
No, sir, 2 minutes.
Okay.
It's a complete.
Okay. Now, second problem is the assignment to you. Just I will give the hint. See, I am reading the question. A 50 kVA 4400 by 220. What is E1 and E2 here? What is E1?
4,400.
4400. E2 is
220.
220. Similar to the previous problem, here also they have given R1, R2, X1, X2. They have given the same, they have given the similar type of problem. This is values are different. Okay, R1, R2, X1, X2 he has given. Calculate for the transformer equivalent resistance as referred to primary. What is the meaning of this? Equivalent resistance referred to primary. Which formula will take?
R0.
R01. R01 or R01. First bit answer is R01. What is the second bit?
R02.
R02. Third bit?
Z01, Z02.
Reactance they are asking, not impedance.
X01,
X01 and X02. Third bit is referred to primary and secondary is saying equivalent reactance. That is X01 and X02. Next fourth bit?
Z01, Z.
Z01 and Z02. Now come to the fifth bit. Fifth bit he is asking total copper loss. Total copper loss. First, using individual resistances. What is the formula for copper loss?
V1 IW cos.
See the copper loss. I have put the cursor on the screen. You see, formula for copper loss in the primary winding is I1 square into R1. I1 square into R1. In the secondary winding, what is the copper loss?
I2 square R.
I2 square R2. In both the windings, what is the total copper loss? P1 plus P2. P1 plus P2. P1 is I1 square R1. P2 is I2 square R2. So in the individual windings, we have calculated. After that, we have added the both. Okay. We know I1. I1, how we got? How do you know I1? Are they giving in the problem?
No.
We have to calculate I1, I think. I1 is equal to E1 by
E2.
I1 is equal to E1 by R1. Current is equal to voltage by resistance, I think. Let us see in the textbook whether they have calculated or not. See how they calculated I1. I am writing on the board, you see. What is the value of S they have given? What is the value of S?
50 kV.
50 kVA. Volt ampere. Now S is equal to E1 into I1, E2 into I2. Take first this one. I1 is equal to S by E1. Similarly, I2 is equal to S by E2. I2 is equal to S by E2. We know E1 and E2. From this, we will get I1 and I2. Write down this. Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
See on the screen, in the starting solution he is giving I1 is equal to S by E1, I2 is equal to S by E2. Like this you have calculated I1 and I2. Now see the copper loss. So individually he has calculated I1 square R1 plus I2 square R2. Now he is asking combinedly. There is another formula. We can use the first formula or second formula. See, what is the second formula? They have converted into R01. R01 is equal to R1 plus R2 by K square. We know R01, I1 square into R01. Instead of separately calculating P1 and P2, combinedly they had taken R01. R01 is equal to R1 plus R2 by K square. Then total copper loss referred to primary winding is I1 square into R01. Otherwise, you can take another formula, I2 square into R02. You will get the same answer. See, in the first case, he is getting 510 watts. In the second case also, sorry, 910 watts. In the second case also, he is getting 910 watts. Same answer you will get. We can use the any of the formula. Either separately can calculate I1 square R1 plus I2 square R2, or combine the equivalent resistance R01, I1 square into R01. We'll get the same answer. If you are having any doubt in the copper loss, you can ask. This is an assignment problem to you. Note down the assignment problem. Example 32.16. 32.16 example.
Sir, for iron loss,
Iron loss he is not asking in the problem.
if they ask,
If they ask, we'll do in the next class that problem. Okay. What is the model for iron loss? How they will ask the problem in the exam. In the next class, we'll see after completion of equivalent circuit. There, I'll tell two problems on iron loss. Okay. Okay. For this problem, only copper loss they have asked. In the next class, we will see the iron loss after completion of equivalent. How to calculate the problems on iron loss. Because this data is not sufficient for calculating the iron loss in this problem. Some more data is required. Frequency is required. That frequency concept we'll see in the next class. Now see the equivalent circuit. Right on the side heading. Equivalent circuit. Equivalent circuit. This is very important. In exam, if they ask equivalent circuit of transformer, we have to draw these two diagrams. First diagram you see, they have represented only E1, E2 in the first diagram. That is the transformer diagram, first diagram. Second diagram is your equivalent circuit. Second diagram is your equivalent circuit. Draw both the diagrams in exam. Transformer circuit diagram, first one, A. B diagram is equivalent circuit. Equivalent circuit. This is an equivalent circuit. First draw the diagram, later I'll explain. See, I have placed the cursor on the screen. That is not I. That is IM, magnetizing current. In X naught, the current flowing is IM. That is not I. Current flowing in X naught is IM, not I. See, in the textbook they have given wrong. In R naught, it is okay. IW, working current. In X naught, magnetizing reactance, that is IM. In the previous class, we had discussed about this. Working current and magnetizing current in no load test. This is IM. Have you drawn the circuit? Okay, right.
Yes, sir. Complete.
See here, ZL is the load impedance. ZL is the load impedance. Already we have completed these circuits. R01 is equal to R1 plus R2 by K square X naught. These circuits not necessary. Already we have completed this. Now, can anyone explain about these two circuits? First circuit, can anyone explain what they are giving in the circuit in the first circuit? What is this R0 and X0? What is R0 and X0? In no load test, I have explained yesterday. That is related to the core. R0, X0, I0 are related to the core. In open circuit, no load current I0 will flow. In open circuit, no load current I0 will flow. Okay. And what is this R1? R1 and X1. What is R1, X1? Resistance and reactance of
Primary.
primary coil. What is R2 and X2?
Resistance and reactance of secondary coil.
Resistance and reactance of secondary coil. Here they are giving wrong. This R01 is equal to R1 R2 dash, that is. In your notebook, write down R2 dash. They are giving only R2. Is it giving R2 dash? And it is not visible to me. Okay, they have given R2
Not
dash.
given.
Okay. R01 is equal to R1 plus R2 dash, that is. X01 is equal to X1 plus X2 dash. What is this circuit called? Equivalent circuit referred to primary or secondary?
Primary.
Primary. Because we are converting the secondary parameters also into primary winding. This is the equivalent circuit referred to primary. If you take R02 to X02, that is the equivalent circuit referred to secondary. Now they are combining this R01 and X01. See the second circuit. In the second circuit, he is combining R01 and X01. That is Z01. Z01 is equal to square root of R01 square plus X01 square. ZL is the load impedance. ZL is the load impedance. So finally, these two circuits also you have to draw in exam. First two circuits you have drawn. These two circuits also you have to draw in exam. Up to here you have to draw in the exam about the equivalent circuit of transformer. Draw these two diagrams. In exam, if they ask, define equivalent circuit for 5 marks. You have to write the first 2 circuits what you had drawn previously. Next, these 2 circuits also. These 4 circuits you have to draw, and you have to derive the formulas. Which formulas? R01, X01, Z01. These 3 formulas we have to write in the exam. R01 is equal to R1 plus R2 by K square. X01 is equal to X1 plus X2 by K square. Z01 is equal to Z1 plus Z2 by K square. If you want to write R02, X02, Z02 also, it is well and good in the exam. These 6 formulas, R01, X01, Z01, R02, X02, Z02. After drawing these 4 circuits, we have to write these 6 formulas. They'll give 5 marks.
Sir,
Tell me.
sir, at R2 they gave an inductor symbol, sir.
R2 what they are giving?
Resistance, no, sir. Inductor they given, sir.
They have given wrong there. They have given wrong. Actually, here see, in place of X1, sorry, they write it as in place of R2, they had given inductor symbol, change it to resistance. In place of X1, they have given drawn resistance, change it to inductance. Wherever resistance is there, you keep resistance symbol. Wherever reactance is there, you keep the inductance symbol. Is it clear? They have given wrong in your textbook. Sometimes the printing mistakes will be there in your textbook. Okay, we'll do the example problem for this in the next class. That is example 32.35. See, in this circuit, they are giving directly R2 dash. There is no need to calculate R2 dash. R2 dash is equal to R2 by K square. But in this problem, they are giving directly R2 dash and X2 dash. Okay, R01 is equal to R1 plus R2 dash. But in the previous problems, we have calculated R2 dash. R2 dash is R2 by K square. But here, there is no need to calculate in this problem. They are directly giving R2 dash and X2 dash in the problem. We'll see this problem in the next class. As time is not there, we'll see in the next class. 1 minute, I will take the attendance.